Please give it up for Krystyna Hutchinson.
What up, Philly? How you doing? Good to be here. Sorry you guys couldn't get Taylor Swift tickets. Taylor Swift looks like she thinks she gives great head, but it's actually just okay. Thank you. I drive a Ford Mustang because I got a big old dick. But it's also because I have massive road rage. Just terrible. I have almost crashed my car so many times. I rear-ended someone on purpose once. That's not good. I am walking proof that there is a massive gun control problem in America because I should not legally be allowed to purchase a firearm. I should not, but I can. That's not good. I wouldn't put bullets in it, you know, but if someone pisses me off on the road, I drive in New York City and they always piss me off on the road. You know when you've established like two lanes are merging and we're like, it's one car from that lane and one car from the other lane. And then there's some motherfucker that's like, no. I'm like, you just try to out-twat the twat. That pisses me off so bad. And if I had a gun, again, I wouldn't put bullets in it, but I'll keep it in my car. And if someone pissed me off like that, I'd roll up to their car, roll my window down, and I would throw that thing in their fucking face like, what, motherfucker, what now? And I would probably do it to somebody who was smart and put bullets in their gun, and I'd be dead. I'd be dead. My first day as a gun owner, I'd be dead. What are you gonna do? I have a lot of rage in me, a lot of emotions. I'm trying to collect niche interests lately. You know, just shit that doesn't make me sad or mad, because it's a hurricane up here at all times. And lately, I've been really into birds. Have you guys looked into birds recently? Holy crap, they're fascinating. They're amazing. Their world is incredible. I've been watching a lot of nature documentaries about birds, and something in particular about birds that really stood out to me is their courtship rituals. So the male bird in any species of bird across the board has these elaborate courtship tactics, okay? And an unshakable spirit. No amount of rejection could put a dent in a male bird's confidence. Like, we all know the peacock, right? The male peacock is the one with the fancy feathers. When he wants to court a female, he has this very meticulous display. He'll fan his feathers out. He slaps them on the ground. He's like, hey, lady peacock, check out these gorgeous-ass feathers that I was born with. Yeah, you like them? Pretty cool, right? Awesome. Hey, can I rub my thing against your hole real quick? And 9 times out of 10, that female peacock, who looks like a wild turkey, by the way, just a booger with sticks for legs. Disgusting-looking bird. Yeah, nothing to write home about. Most of the time, she's like, ew, no. And the male peacock's like, okay, no problem. I'm just gonna keep doing this until someone will let me fuck them. My favorite bird that I learned about is the bowerbird. The male bowerbird, when he wants to court a female, he'll build a whole ass house, okay? He'll forage for like sticks and mud and leaves, and he'll stand outside the house he just built, and he'll wait for a female bowerbird to land on the branch. And when she lands, he's like, hey, lady bowerbird, look at this sturdy ass house that I just built with my mouth. Ugh. I don't even have any hands. That's crazy, right? Can I fuck you in it? 99.9% of the time, that female bowerbird's like, I see a house in that tree over there that looks like a little bit bigger than yours, so I think I'm gonna go over there and fuck that guy in that guy's house. And he's like, all right, well, if you get there and you're like, you know what, that's not my thing. You come back, I'll be in my house if you wanna come back and fuck me in my house. And she's like, okay, maybe I'll see you later. And he's like, good luck out there. And you're like, what? What a good attitude, huh? He's not like, oh, I don't wanna fuck you anyway, you fat whore. He doesn't write a manifesto, you know? He doesn't shoot up a mall. Yeah, he just waits. It's inspiring. Kind of makes you think about male human courtship rituals. And they need work, guys, I gotta be honest. You're not doing a great job. The human brain is the greatest 3D printer on this planet Earth, okay? The human brain is responsible for things like Philadelphia, every major city, everything we see. That was all an idea in somebody's mind. And gentlemen, all I'm saying is use some of that beautiful human brain power on us, because you're not, and it sucks, and it hurts our feelings. Just try. Are you guys together? Yeah? How'd you court her, sir? Don't look at her, look at me. How'd you impress her? How'd you sweep her off her feet? You met online. Okay, cool. So you just went. I was on the subway last week and I was standing and there was this guy sitting to my left. I could see the screen on his phone. This guy was swiping yes to every profile that came up on his Tinder app, like someone had a gun to his head, okay? I looked over and he was just like... And then I looked up at his face. He wasn't even looking down at his phone. He was talking to the guy next to him. I'm like, wow, what does it say in your bio, sir? A hole's a hole? Because that's how you're acting. It's fucked up. Be picky. I was at a bar once. Oh, God, I'll never forget this. And across the room at this bar, I spotted, hands down, the hottest guy I've ever seen in person. He was gorgeous. And we were making eyes with each other for like an hour. And finally, this guy walks up to me. I got so excited. In my head, I was like, who's fucking tonight? I am. Just shaved that afternoon. Girl auto, fucking killing it. Smooth, ready to get it in, hearts a-pounding. This beautiful tall man in a suit walks up to me and he goes, yo, I just gotta tell you that your body is retarded. I'm sorry, what the fuck did you just say to me? And he repeated it with the same confidence, like he didn't just say it. He's like, your body is retarded. Okay, like Black Eyed Peas retarded? Or like, what's eating Gilbert Grape retarded? I understand what you're trying to say to me right now, man. I gotta be honest, I don't get it. And then he had to think about it for a minute. Yeah, a long minute. And he landed on, it's like, Black Eyed Peas retarded. Oh, okay, good. And then I dated him for 6 months after that. Oh, God damn it. Oh, he was so hot. Oh, so hot. I miss him. What? Shut up. Yeah, and he dumped me. That was a blow to the ego. That was a bummer. He dumped me for another woman who he's engaged to now, so apparently she's way more retarded than I. What you gotta do, ladies? That's a tough market out there. You gotta step it up in creative ways. I am a straight woman, and if there's anybody in this room who thinks that you can choose your sexuality, talk to the nearest straight lady. We wouldn't choose this. I'm tired. I don't want that, but I do. I want it. It's a mindfuck. I think it's a miracle that straight men and straight women even get along in the first place. I really do. If you're here tonight and you're a straight person and you found love, hold them tight, because you overcame a lot of interpersonal obstacles. It's not that we're so different at our core. It is, boys and girls are raised and socialized to be polar opposite human beings, okay? You have little boys growing up being told by society, by their parents, all right, son, you could be mad, but you can't be sad, okay? Because that's chick shit. And then you got little girls being told, you could be sad, cry all you want, but don't get mad, because then your temper will scare away all the boys. And then as a result, you have these grown-ass men walking around the earth going, oh, I'm so sad. And these women are like, I'm so mad. What do I do? Do I tell someone? The wires are crossed. Your whole life is just a great untangling of the wires. And the way that men and women come into their own sexuality, opposite ends of the spectrum. Oh my God. One of my best friends is a guy named Jeff, and I asked him once, I was like, hey Jeff, do you remember the first time you were aroused by a woman? Like, can you recall that first moment you were really turned on by the female form? Jeff time traveled right away, okay? It was as if he was waiting our entire 15-year friendship for me to ask him this one question. He was like, oh yeah, I was like 9 or 10. I was in my dad's office and I found a Playboy magazine and I opened it up and I was like, oh, titties. This is the best thing I've ever seen. Oh, I'm gonna make it my life's mission to get titties forever. He joined a band after that. He became a chef for a living, turned his life around. I was like, damn, man, good for you. What an electrifying coming of age moment you had. Good for you. Happy for you. No girl has that moment. No girl's ever like, yeah, I was like 6 or 7. I was in my mom's room and I found this dick magazine. I was like 5, maybe. Yeah. And then I opened it up and I was like, whoa, cool. What are these giant veiny cocks? All right, sick cocks. Oh, that one's got a Darth Vader helmet on it. Ooh, that one's wrapped up in a little sleeping bag. Cute. Boy, when I grow up, I just want to slay dick forever. No, it's never once happened in the history of humanity. A woman has never uttered those words. Not one time. The first time a woman sees a penis, on real life or on the page, she's like, ah, snake monster! And you run away. You run away. Even if you're in your own home, you run away up here for a little bit. Yeah, and you march into your bedroom and you sit on the floor of your closet and you think about what you just saw. And you're like, oh man, I didn't like that. But I'm supposed to like it. So maybe one day I'll just grow up and change my mind. And you do. What a cruel trick. Ah, what a cruel trick. Yeah, sex education didn't do us any favors either. Did anybody in here learn about the female orgasm in sex ed? Nope. Because it's not required for pregnancy. You learned about the male orgasm, didn't you? Yeah, because that's what's required to get pregnant. Could you imagine if we lived in a world where in order for a woman to get pregnant, she had to have an orgasm? No, you couldn't imagine it because none of us would be here. No one, the world would be flourishing. The air quality would be beautiful. It would just be rivers and forests and birds and, oh, everyone would be so happy. No people. Did you guys get separated for sex ed that first year? Yeah. Yeah, when I was in 5th grade, the girls went into one room and we had to learn about periods. And then the boys got to go in another room and learn about boners. I was like, wait, I want to go to the boner room. That could be cool. What's a boner? That could be fun. Sounds fun. But then as a result, I didn't learn about boners until it was too late. And then the boys, man, if they didn't have sisters or they didn't have a mom who talked to them like that, and you date them later and they say something fresh or give you a face when you're on your period, you want to die today, motherfucker, what? Like, we're set up to fail. Pop culture doesn't help us either. I was watching TV earlier and a tampon commercial came on. Ooh, wow. That's a very inaccurate depiction of a period, okay? Just FYI, gentlemen, in the future, if you ever see a tampon commercial on TV, please know that's not what that's like at all. This commercial took place at a pool party, first of all. Fuck you already, okay? Ugh. Now I'm being re-traumatized from Paige's 12th birthday at the community pool where my 4-inch thick pad was floating away as we were playing sharks and minnows. Never lived that one down. But it's this pool party, and then a girl comes out in a little sundress, and she's got like a sexy baby voice. She's like, what's a day like when you're on your period? Not that. And then they cut to footage of a model in a white string bikini doing the limbo at this pool party with a smile on her face as if she was smoking a blunt riding a Sibian on the deck of her beach house. That's not what that's like at all. It's quite the opposite, in fact. We're gross, we're angry, we're bloated, we're horny, we hate you. It's a lot of layers happening at the exact same time. Just walking around like Jabba the Hutt. Someone finger me and take me to Wawa. Ugh. No one's trying to fuck that, okay? Can we not be fuckable for 1 second, please? I'm not on my period walking my dog to the park in a tight white pair of jeans, all right? Every sneeze is a gamble. Never forget that. Never forget that. Never forget that. Never forget that. Gentlemen, next time you're in public and you hear a woman sneeze, you say a little prayer for her in your head. Can't hurt. Be an ally. It's also frustrating that society's always catered to a man's sexuality. Like, we're so good at sexualizing women for men. Great at it. A+. We're terrible at sexualizing men for women. One of my favorite examples of society not giving a shit about a woman's sexuality is if you go to one of those strip clubs with male dancers that's supposed to be for a female clientele. Has any woman ever been to one of those strip clubs? Yeah? Did you like it? No? I love going to strip clubs with female dancers. They're super fun. My favorite part about strip clubs with female dancers is walking in. You always see that one guy by himself, front row. He's on another planet. Oh my God. You know all of his stresses. They're just so far away from him. I'm so happy for that guy. I'm always so happy. I'm like, man, good for you, dude. I want to be that. You know, I want to be turned on and swept away. I want to go to a strip club with male dancers and be swept away. But for that to happen, that does not entail a man coming on stage with his ball half out of Speedo just going, you want to fucking go? Yeah, you want to fucking go? You like that? I can get that on the subway for free. Why would I pay for that? Not paying for that. Yeah, if a strip club for women really wanted to turn women on, they would have the men come out fully clothed, dressed real nice, okay? As like a professor, maybe, got a little briefcase. Grr, daddy, yes. Yeah, or a therapist, maybe got a little notepad. Yeah, and they would come out on stage, and they wouldn't dance. They would look you in the eye, and they would talk to you. They would say nice things. How was your day? I want to know everything about your day. I'm so curious about you. I want to know everything. You don't have to cook tonight. I made us reservations. Yeah, you could pay him $50. He'll take you to the back room and massage the top of your shoulders and tell you you're the most beautiful one in all your friend groups. I'd pay for that. Another example of society not giving a shit about a woman's sexuality is Ed Sheeran. Man, that guy looks like a Muppet, and no one bats an eyelash. No one says shit. He looks like a CGI character from the Chronicles of Narnia, and we're all just like, oh, he's Ed Sheeran. And Ed Sheeran is a gorgeous voice. I love his songs. He's a great singer. He's a great musician. I don't think we should shame Ed Sheeran for looking like Chucky from Rugrats, who touched an electric fence when he was 12 and never combed his hair ever again. But what I am saying is a woman cannot look like a literal electrocuted puppet and sell out an arena tour, okay? He's literally cross-eyed, okay? Again, we're just like, whatever, and good for Ed. I don't give a shit that he's cross-eyed, but a woman can't get away with that. Kylie Jenner is worth over $1 billion, okay? If Kylie Jenner had one incurable wonky eye that surgery could not fix, there'd be no empire. Ain't nobody buying a lip kit from this bitch, okay? It's frustrating. It's exhausting, really. Yeah, and that's why I got into birds. I'm just like, ugh. Oh, what are the birds doing? Their society hasn't been tainted. I watched all the bird documentaries I could get my hands on, so I recently took my bird interest over to YouTube. So I was like, oh, what are they saying about birds on YouTube? It could be cool. And I discovered this 12-year-old magician from Australia, and he has these YouTube tutorials on his page on how to work with a dove for a couple magic tricks. And I was watching, there's 3 one-minute videos. And I was watching them, and I was like, that's so cool. You know what? A pigeon is just a dove with gray feathers. So I walked my ass over to Dunkin' Donuts, purchased a croissant, and I ripped it up. I sat on a bench by the East River in New York, and I did the tricks that the kid taught me. Yeah, I figured it out. They were landing on me. It was really cool. It took me about an hour, but I learned it. I was so excited. I wore a glove. Fucking relax. They're rats of the sky. Okay. But I was so proud of myself. I was like, this is really fun. I made a mistake, and I put one of the tricks I learned up on my Instagram stories. And 3 of my closest friends called me right away. They were like, hey, Krystyna, are you going to kill yourself? We're worried. I was like, what? No, God, no. I mean, I'm a little lonely, but we're all lonely, right? That's okay. No, the birds are my friends. They're pretty dope, honestly. I named them. They're pretty cool. They're pretty sick. Yeah, I'm like Snow White of New York City. My one friend was like, no, you're like the bird lady in Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. I was like, that's not the vibe I'm going for. Okay. She was like, you live alone, get a dog. I'm like, oh, what kind of dog do I want to get? I don't know if anybody has been in New York lately, but hands down, the most popular dog breed in New York City is a French bulldog, okay? Now, I love dogs. I think they're better than people. Dogs have saved my life. I think they're angels on this earth. But I have never met a French bulldog that I enjoyed being in the presence of. Yeah, and I think that's because they are actively suffocating, and no one really seems to care. I don't know if you guys realize this, but French bulldogs can't breathe because they don't have a nose or a neck. Next time you're in New York, just stand outside for 2 minutes. Eventually you'll hear... You're like, oh my God, is that someone's Nana on a ventilator? No, it's Petunia. I don't want to pet it. I want to give it an inhaler. No one gives a shit that this thing is suffocating in front of us. Do you know every dog on this planet is a descendant of wolves? Every single dog. Human beings, hundreds of thousands of years ago, they befriended wolves and they bred them to get all the dog breeds that we have today. Think in your head real quick of a wolf howling into the moon at the top of a mountain. Just majestic, just, oh, perfect. Now imagine a French bulldog just punched in the face by God. I mean, that's not a dog, man. That's a victim of humanity. Why is we still making these dogs? And look, if you're here tonight and you have a French bulldog, you love that thing until its last, but don't buy one. Don't buy one. Starting tonight, if you buy one, you're an asshole, okay? My favorite part that I learned about French bulldogs, this is the last thing I'll say, it's a very divisive bit. My favorite thing that I learned is that they can't swim because their bodies are shaped so fucked up. And if you remember this after the show, go to YouTube and look up French bulldog chases ball into pool. It's the first one that pops up. This dog, he's in a backyard running after a tennis ball. Running. He's going after this ball. The ball falls into the water and the dog jumps into the pool. The second this dog hits the water, he just freezes up and slowly sinks to the bottom like a brick of concrete. Doesn't even try to swim. Doesn't even move his little legs. But you see it in his eyes. He's like, yay, a way out of this life. Thank you, God. I'm so happy. Oh, he's so happy. And then a minute later, his owner's like, Mr. Pickles, no! And he saves him, and the dog's like, oh, fuck, I was so close. Yeah. You didn't know a dog could have those kind of feelings, did you? The dog I ended up getting is a miniature wiener dog, a little dachshund. Yeah, he's the best. Yeah, I named my dog Kevin. Highly recommend a human name for an animal. It is a natural antidepressant, I promise you. Because every day when I'm out walking him, someone's always like, oh, your dog's so cute. What's his name? And every time I'm like, it's Kevin. They're like, what? Kevin? I'm like, I know, it's so stupid, right? Because that's a human name, but he's a dog, huh? Yeah, you share a little laugh with a stranger. It's really nice. We were at a dog park once, and we met a golden retriever named Barbara. Could you imagine? Barbara, quit licking your asshole. There's company here. Barbara, quit licking your asshole. Barbara, get your tongue out of your ass, Barbara. Barbara, did you shit on the floor, Barbara? Barbara, is that your shit on the floor? That'd be so fun. Oh, it'd be so fucking fun. When I got him, he was a little puppy, and there was about a 4-month period where he kept just getting longer and longer and longer, and I was like, oh, I hope that stops soon, buddy. That looks real uncomfortable. Oh. But also, my wiener's growing. No? Okay. He didn't like that joke. But yeah, he would go to pee on things and he would miss. And I was like, oh my God, that's so cute. He doesn't know how long his spine is and how stubby his little legs are. Aw. But then it's like, yeah, because it's not supposed to be that way. That used to be a wolf. That's not a wolf. That's a chicken wing with nubs for legs. That is... He's the best, though. I talk to my dog a lot. Talk to him all day and all night. The name helps. I gotta be honest, the name helps. Sometimes I'll say something to my dog that blows me out of the water. I'm like, damn, that would have taken me years to arrive at in therapy. Thanks, Kev. You're the shit. Yeah, I remember 4 nights in to me and Kevin being together. He's my husband. 4 nights in, we were sleeping in my bed, and he was doing this cute thing when he was a puppy where we would sleep on my pillow against my head. Oh, so cute. And 4 nights in the middle of the night, Kevin just projectile diarrheas all over the pillows. Yeah. Yeah, and I woke up because I rolled right over into it. I was pissed. I wasn't mad at Kevin, I was mad that there was poopy in my eye hole. Yeah, and I woke up yelling. I knew what it was right away because it was also in both my nose holes. Cute. But I woke up like, what the fucking goddamn it, fucking shit. And I realized, Kevin and I, we'd only known each other for 4 days at this point. he hadn't heard me yell yet. He was very alarmed. And this little tiny puppy starts trembling and he runs underneath the blanket. Oh, I felt so bad. I was like, no, I'm so sorry, Kevin. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you, Kevin. It's okay. You could come out. You could come out. He slowly crawls out from underneath the blanket, looks me in the eye, licks my hand. I fall backwards. I'm like, I don't think I'm deserving of unconditional love. Ooh, ouch. That hurt because it's true. 4 days of Kevin, 4 years of therapy. They're the same fucking thing, guys. Get a pet, give it a person name, start talking to it. One of my best friends is a dog trainer for a living, and he came over my apartment when I got Kevin to give me some pointers. It was my first dog. He wanted to give me some tips. And my friend knows me very well because the first thing he says is, Krystyna, if you only listen to one thing that I tell you, please listen to this. Do not let the dog sleep in bed with you. He's gotta sleep in the crate, okay? Because otherwise he's gonna grow up to be very codependent, and we don't want that. And I was like, oh no, we don't want that. He's like, right, because then he'll develop separation anxiety and cry every time you leave your home. And I was like, oh, that'd be terrible. He's like, it's not gonna be fun when he develops male aggression and then he just ends up barking and freaking out at any man who enters your home. And I was like, ooh, joke's on you. You're talking about my perfect dog. Thanks for the tips. Get out of here. See you later. Statistically, most of us in this room have experienced childhood trauma of some kind. Some of you know it. Some of you don't. You'll figure it out one day. But yeah, I grew up in a very volatile household. My mom was diagnosed bipolar when I was a kid. Does anybody in here have a parent with a mental illness? Woohoo, I'm okay. I'm great. Yeah, so in my household, I had a mom, a dad, and a brother, and none of us talked about it. So I just thought, you know, this is what mommies are like, right? Like, you don't know that your situation is different until you have something to compare it to. And the first moment that I asked myself, is something fucked up here? Was in kindergarten. My kindergarten teacher, she had this very sweet idea. Friday before Mother's Day, she took our whole class down to this local radio station in our town, and we were all supposed to go live on air, one at a time, say our first names into the microphone, and then say 2 things our mommies like to do for fun. And then it was just gonna loop all weekend on the radio for Mother's Day. It was a big deal. Parents got letters sent home. I was like, radio debut, bitch, I'm gonna be a star. I really thought that. I took it very seriously. And we get to the radio station, you know, and there's a bunch of dumb kindergarten shit in front of me. Like, my name's Susie, my mom braided my hair, pushed me on the swings. Ugh, gross. Get out of here, Susie. My name's Zachary, my mom takes me to the zoo, makes me macaroni and cheese. Get the fuck out of my face, Zachary, your mom hates you. I get onto that microphone and I go, hi, my name's Krystyna Marie Hutchinson, and my mommy loves to lock herself in her room and take really long naps while I cook and clean. And then everyone at the radio station looked at me at the same time, so I got nervous, so I kept going. I was like, she also loves to cut her own hair. That's pretty cool. Ooh, sometimes she brushes my hair too hard, and I should be the one crying, but she's the one crying. My teacher had to yank me away from this microphone by the back of my dress. And I was like, what? And then I listened to all the other kids go, and I was like, oh, okay, mine's fucked up. All right, cool. You don't know until you know. Yeah, my mom would do weird shit that, looking back at it, I'm like, that was fucked up, Mom. What the fuck? I mean, she tried her best. She had a stressful childhood, of course, but she would do things that I look back at and I'm like, wait a second. And she would always have me massage her shoulders when I was a kid, but she would say to me, she's like, you know, Krystyna, the longer you massage Mommy's shoulders, the longer she'll live. So I was like, I got you, Mom. You're not dying on my watch. I would come home from school. I'm like, are you sore today? Like, I was like, all right, cool. I got you. Like, I didn't care. But she didn't say it with the tone of like, Santa's coming tomorrow. It was more like a, you want Mumsy to live, right? Like, that was the tone. But I was like, yes, I do, Mom. I got you. It's fucked up. And I developed all these emotional problems, a lot of mental health problems as a result, but I didn't know that that's what it was from, you know? And then one day in my mid-20s, I was in a bookstore and I walked past this table of books, and this one book in particular really caught my eye. The title of that book was, You're Not Crazy, It's Your Mother. And I was like, huh, I wonder what that book has to say. I feel like that book has something to say to me or something. I don't know. The book's like calling my name for some reason. It's weird. So I bought the book and I read it front to back in 3 days. And that's when I learned about narcissistic personality disorder. And I called my brother and I was like, DJ, mom's not bipolar. She's a bitch. Can't unknow that. Woo! Happy Mother's Day, by the way, to all the moms. It's tough, man, because I have a lot of love and respect for that woman, but can't talk to her, you know? That's okay. That's fine. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. And look, in honor of Mother's Day, if you're here in this room tonight and you don't know if you have mommy issues, you're like, maybe I do, maybe I don't. Well, you're in luck, because I came up with a test, okay? Surefire way to let yourself know pretty quickly if you have mommy issues. This is what you gotta do. You gotta put on a song by the rapper Eminem. The song is called Cleaning Out My Closet. A very angry song. And all you gotta do is rap out loud along with Eminem, and you just gotta see how the lyrics make you feel. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Do it alone, you know? Do it in like a parked car, because you don't know what's gonna come out of you. Sometimes somebody else articulates the pain you've been feeling for a long time and you just explode. So just, do it alone. Because there's this verse at the end of that song where Eminem goes hard on his mom. And there's just one line in particular where he's like, how dare you try to take what you didn't help me to get? You selfish bitch, I hope you fucking burn in hell for this shit. And if you sing it like that, ding, 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 congratulations, you got mommy issues. Yep, that'll do it. If you scream those words out loud alone in your parked car while every cell in your body feels like it's on fire, you gotta go to therapy, my friends. Yeah, my mom, like I said, my mom came from a really hard background, and she was adopted when she was a little kid, and we never knew much about her biological family. So a couple Christmases ago, I decided it was a great idea to get her a 23andMe DNA kit. I was like, oh, this will be cool. We'll get to find out a little bit about your history with the evolving technology. This will be really exciting. And she opened it on Christmas morning, and she didn't really seem to give a shit. She kind of just tossed it aside. And I was like, what? Okay. So I took the kit, spit in the tube, mailed it in, downloaded the app. A week later, I got a little ding, your results are in. And I went to check it, and I was like, all right, not white, not white, not white. Come on, not white. Give me something fun. Yeah, and I learned I'm Ashkenazi Jewish, so L'chaim, motherfuckers. Not that white, I'll take it. Yeah, oy vey, huh? Gotta get me one of those little hats now. That was cool. That was the only good thing I learned, though. Everything else after that was bad news. I opted in for the health report, so they'll test your spit sample every month for a new disease, and then they'll tell you if you're gonna get it. Terrible thing to pay for. Do not recommend. The first round of results they sent me, they're like, hey, Krystyna, we've tested you for all the variants detectable to develop age-related macular degeneration. And I was like, ooh, fancy, what's that? And they're like, it's blindness. And I was like, oh, uh-oh. Well, that's not good. So do I have any of the thingies? They're like, you have all the variants detectable. Merry Christmas. I'm like, wait. Can I do anything about it? And they're like, nope, just gotta wait to go blind. So have fun with that. The app went out of its way to tell me I do not have the muscle composition of an elite athlete. I was like, fuck you. I didn't think I did. That's a little rude. It's fucking rude. I have eyes. They work for now. Not much longer, but I can see that. You don't have to tell me that. So I stayed off the app. I disregarded the app for a while. And then a couple months in, I got a message from somebody on the 23andMe app. And the message said, hey, this is really bizarre, but we're half sisters. We share the same father. So I was raised by him. If you have any questions for me, let me know. And I was like, what the fucking shit did she say? Sorry, what? And I looked at our profile. It said we had a 32% DNA match. I'm like, ooh, that's no cousin. Okay. Time to do some research. I called my mom up. I figured maybe she would know. I called her up, and I was like, hey, Mom, how you doing? Cool. Quick question. Okay. Hey, Dad's my real dad, right? And she was like, huh? I'm like, sorry, but Dad's my biological father, right? And she goes, I don't think we should have this conversation over the phone. And I was like, oh, word? No, we gonna have it over the phone, though. I want to see you right now. What the fuck is going on? And she explained to me that I'm a sperm donor baby. I'm a sperm donor baby, and I was like, okay. And it is a mindfuck to think that you were biologically related to this guy the whole time, and you're not. But that honestly, That wasn't the worst part about that 23andMe purchase. I gotta be honest. The worst part about this was that ever since I discovered that first message, I turned the notifications on. I don't do notifications on apps at all. I don't want to be bothered, but that's something I'd want to know in real time. Yeah, and as of tonight's show, I'm up to 22 half-siblings in the northeastern United States. And those are just the ones on 23andMe. My biological father is just like me, horny, broke, full of cum, just face-fucking all the tubes, giving everyone up and down the East Coast a baby. You get a baby, you get a baby, you get a baby. And it's fucked up, because now I don't know who to date, because I don't know who I'm fucking related to, so... My kid's gonna need glasses, huh? Jewish and incest? Oh, you're fucked, kid. You're fucked. But yeah, it was really helpful to read that book about narcissism. It kind of got me into all these books about like childhood trauma and, you know, just toxic traits that human beings have. And I learned that there are terms for things I've been doing in relationships this whole time that apparently not good. One term I learned is trauma dumping. Apparently, you're not supposed to tell a guy 3 dates in about all your mom's suicide attempts. That's trauma dumping. Apparently, they're supposed to like earn that knowledge after they've gotten to know you. But oops, oopsie poopsie, you know. And then I learned about trauma bonding. So if I tell him about all my mom's suicide attempts, and then he's like, "Oh, this is all my trauma," and then you have really great sex afterwards that you'll never forget. Trauma bonding. I read a lot of books about codependency, and at first I was like, you mean love? Nope. Apparently you're not supposed to rely on your romantic partner for all your self-esteem. Oopsies. Sorry, I know you came to a comedy show to forget about your life, but sometimes I'm a mirror, and sometimes I'm a mirror. I've read a lot about how a lot of times if you have a parent who's mentally ill or some like a difficult relationship with a parent, you'll date somebody like that parent to try to get to heal that relationship subconsciously. And then I look back at all the guys I've ever dated and I was like, yep, that is dead on. Most guys I've ever dated, they're Eeyores. They're just curmudgeons. They just suck the joy out of any room they enter. And I love them because I'm good at cheering motherfuckers up. You need a massage? I got you, you know? Like, I'm alert. I am alert to your emotions. I will do whatever you want. Let's go. But yeah, I dated this one guy who's a big curmudgeon for 7 fucking years. And I loved him the whole time, but no one I knew did. And they didn't tell me, which was good. They might have tried to drop hints, but I was probably like, la, 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 what? It's so loud in here, huh? And then, like, at the end of our relationship, I was considering, I'm like, I think I should break up with him. So I was going to some of my friends trying to get advice. And I was like, hey, do you think I should break up with... Yes! I'm like, fuck, this whole time, huh? And they're like, mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, cool. And then I broke up with him, and then he sued me for $110,000. Yeah, that's how shitty some guys are with sadness. I'm sad. Give me your money. Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking about that after tonight's show. I just wanted it to be on an album to live for the end of time. That's his punishment. His punishment is he'll never live that fucking move down. Yeah. Thank you. But you know what? I'm dating someone now, and he's a fun guy. I've never dated a fun person before. It's so amazing. And I'm a fun person. I will say 2 fun people dating is kind of dangerous. Because there's no one in the couple to go, hey, maybe we should go home. It's kind of late. Like, oh, it's 2 a.m. You want to go home and do drugs? Abso-goddamn-lutely, I do. Let's go. We're going right now. One time I suggested him this idea as if I hadn't been thinking about it for the last 10 years. I was like, hey, don't you think it would be like kind of cool if we went to a restaurant one night, ate dinner, paid for it, left, and immediately went to another restaurant and fucking had a second dinner? And he was like, 2 dinners? We're doing it tomorrow. I'm like, yes! Fun people for the win. We talk to each other in voices a lot. It's great. It's so fun. But then sometimes I use the voice out in the wild. I'm like, ugh, crap. I'll be at the cashier. I'm like, oh, thanks, dipshit. Oh, sorry. Sorry, fuckface. Sorry, that was him again. That's not you. Sorry. I'm ill. It's fun. Do you watch porn? Yeah? I do too. Every day. I don't have a problem. Fuck you. What kind of porn do you watch? You got a favorite category? I'll go first. It's a vulnerable question. Mine's wife lets husband fuck babysitter. What's yours? What is it? Interracial. That's, I know why you said that. I knew it was me this whole time. Do you like blowjob scenes in porn? Yeah? Why? Like, what do guys like about them? This is more research for me. I'm so fascinated by this. Like, what do guys get out of a blowjob scene in a porn? Please enlighten me. You don't even know. Yeah, I can't. Every time I get to the blowjob scene in a porn, I gotta fast forward. I can't even watch it every time. But they're in every porn. But every time, it just looks like a zombie choking on a log for 10 minutes. 10 minutes in a 12-minute video. That's too much real estate to dedicate to that activity. But so many guys love that. Like, this is what you like, sir? Wow, you are a freak. You're a good sport. I gotta be honest, it wouldn't matter what you said. I do that bit any chance I can because I secretly hope to ruin blowjob scenes for any man who sees me live. You guys have ruined so much for us. I'm just trying to give back to my community of women. Yeah. Next time you get to that blowjob scene, fellas, think of Krystyna. In case you guys miss it. I did have a guy DM me after the Thursday night show, and he's like, I just tried to watch porn and you ruined it for me. And I was like, yes! Fuck yeah. I was homepage scrolling it on the porn site the other day, which I don't usually do. Homepage scrolling it, that's some male privilege shit. I can't, because I'll see some shit that'll ruin my year on that homepage. Like, I don't want to see Lois from Family Guy getting railed. Can we keep something sacred? I don't want to see Marge Simpson's pussy. No, but I was homepage scrolling and I was just like, what's everybody doing? Maybe there's some moves I don't know about. I don't know. So I was scrolling and I scrolled past this one thumbnail and the title read, "Fucking my stuck stepsister on the couch." And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Stuck? She's stuck? Why is she stuck? So I clicked it. This chick had her arm stuck in between a sectional sofa. She was in a living room, completely naked, of course, and her arm was stuck. Like, the first minute of the video, she was just yanking it, like, as hard as she could, and I was like, what the fuck? And she was saying things like, can we cut? I'm stuck. I'm like, someone's gotta help her. She's stuck. And then finally, a guy comes in, and he's like, hey, do you need help? And she's like, I do, I'm stuck. He's like, all right, cool, I'll help you. And then walks off into the sunset. Just forgot that she ever existed. And the last 3 minutes of the video were just guys coming in her home, asking her if she needed help. She said yes, because she's fucking stuck. And they're like, all right, cool, I'll help. And they kept going. And I was like, wow. But what really amazed me about this video is that it had 5 million views. I was like, what the fuck? And then I scrolled down, you know, the porn sites. After you watch something, you scroll down. You're like, if you love that, get ready for this black hole you're about to go down. You're never going to see your kids again, buddy. Have fun. Stuck porn is a very popular category. There's bitches stuck in trees. Their buttholes just flapping in the wind. One chick was stuck in a washer dryer. One woman was fully in a dishwasher. You open the thing and her holes were just right there for you. I was like, damn, that, you know what though? That's like what a simple fantasy, huh? I just want her to be stuck. That's it. Naked and stuck. That's it. That's all I require. Just, oh, okay. Good for you. I've dated a few people that were addicted to porn, and it made me think of, in college, I had this one girlfriend whose boyfriend was 100% blind. He was hot too, but he didn't know it. But I was like, damn, that'd be fun to date a blind guy? Are you kidding me? He can't be addicted to porn. He can't see. He's probably a great listener. You could prank him real easily. I love a prank dynamic in a relationship. I think it's really fun. He'll need your help. Love that. But codependent, no guilt. If he cheats on you, how, you know? But if it came to that and he had to get revenge, super simple. Just bury shit he needs every day in his front yard and walk away, you know? I imagine the sex would be good too, you know? Because if you're sleeping together and you're doing it and he can't find the clit, his seeing eye dog just comes in and nudges his hand in the right direction. Yeah. And you're like, good girl, Barbara. Good girl. Some sex moves you think about, and especially when you think about it when you're not horny, you're like, why do we do that? That's so dumb. Titty fucking? Titty fucking's so dumb. Can we retire that move, please? No woman likes that, okay? Titty fucking is a dumb move, and it always gets sprung on the woman. No guy ever asks, like, may I titty fuck you, ma'am? You never get asked, no. It's always, you're lying on your back, doing something you do like, and then you just see this pair of knees slowly making its way towards your head, and you're like, what? No, no one titty fucks anymore. What the fuck, is he doing that? And then eventually you're like, ugh, fine. And you're just getting punched in the chin from the worst possible angle. You know when you open your camera phone, it's pointed at you, and you're like, oh no, a scary monster. Oh, that's me. That's the whole ass angle you're getting titty fucked at. Just getting punched in the fucking chin with his dick, and you're just thinking of the Bower bird building a whole house just to have sex one time. You don't even like this guy. You don't even know his last name. You're not even gonna call him back. And you're like, how did we get here? How did we get here? All right, I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna end on an edgy joke. A lot of edgy comedians I know, a lot of them have a go-to rape joke up their sleeve, which is, it's kind of fucked up, you know? Rape's not funny. It's not okay to joke about. So I wrote a rape joke. I hope you guys like it. Okay. So I am 35 years young. Thank you. And because I chose to go to college, I am currently $75,000 in debt. Ugh, opposite of woo. I can't get a credit card above a $200 limit. Just give me a gift card at that point. That's fucking rude. Didn't even know they made them that low. I can't get my name on a lease without 3 guarantors. And I just learned that by the time my debt is fully paid off at the minimum payment, I'm gonna be 62 years old. Yeah. So that's my rape joke. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Philly. Thank you, Philly. I love you. Good night.
Doing an hour as a comedian, that's a different dance than doing 5. 5 is also hard. I would argue 5 is just as hard as doing an hour, but for completely different reasons. Whenever I'm on the road and I do these hour sets, I'll usually do 5 of them in a weekend. And then I go back to New York and do a 15-minute set, and I'm just like, oh, it's just 3-pointers. Because you're so worked out.
How long have you been at? How long have you been doing stand-up?
10 years. And I got to witness a lot of comedians blossom at their 10-year mark, and you see them grow into this like machine that you can pump anything through, any premise through, any thought through the character they've created, and it just works. So yeah, I'm happy to finally be at a point in my comedy career where I can do an hour and just go, like, just, you know, be happy about it. So I got Kevin during COVID. I got him during COVID, and it was just me alone in this apartment and a puppy. He's the best. He's the best. We're very interwoven. Because of COVID, we spent a whole year, just him and I. Speaking to the sex positivity and stuff in my set, it's a huge part. I think when women are 40 and have a healthy sex life, the whole world can achieve world peace. I really believe that. When women are like satisfied emotionally and sexually, everything's good. I will say, male audience members guaranteed good time. Like so all my crowd work is almost always with male audience members because they're really good sports, like guaranteed, and I appreciate that. You can't pick your fans, you can't pick who likes you, and every time I meet people after the show, I'm like, fuck, we did do something right, because they're all lovely humans who like are introspective and very sexually adventurous and own it and don't feel bad about it and have hard conversations with their partner. My favorite interaction I ever have with couples who come see me after the show is when the guy in a straight couple just goes, thank you. Because I know that means that they tried some freaky shit, because they talked about it because of the conversation they heard on the podcast. And that makes me so happy.